Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Shalina and today I'm going to do a pantry tour of my low-waste vegan pantry. My husband and I just recently moved to San Francisco, California, and I was nervous because I originally came from Ventura, California, and we had a lot of access to vegan food as well as bulk shops. I often visited the Refill shop in Ventura. If you live anywhere near Ventura, it's an amazing store. I highly recommend it. Not sponsored at all, but it's a really great place to get like shampoos and like detergents and just body care, house cleaning products as well, all in bulk, which is really fantastic. And so yeah, anyway, when I moved to San Francisco, I was a little skeptical, like, am I still going to have access to all of these things? And of course, it's a much bigger city, and it definitely has a lot of resources for people looking to live more of a zero waste lifestyle as well as a vegan one. And so I was really excited to discover Rainbow Grocery up in San Francisco. It's about a 15-20 minute drive away from my place, but it's really fantastic for anybody that's living nearby, or if you're visiting the area and you are a zero waste enthusiast, definitely check out Rainbow Grocery. But yeah, so I've been living in San Francisco now for about a month. And so I'm still trying to get my bearings, figuring out what kind of access I have to certain products. But I try really hard to make as many things as I can with minimal ingredients, such as peanut butter and cashew milk. Definitely happy to make videos about how I create different things for my pantry and different recipes as well. So just let me know in the comments below if you'd be interested in seeing videos about how I make different things in a minimal way, using minimal ingredients. Yeah, so our pantry is completely vegan. My husband and I recently went vegan, I'd say last November, and we keep joking with one another that it feels like we've been vegan for our entire lives. Like, it just was such a natural transition, and we are living totally guilt-free about the things that we're consuming or bringing into our household, and it's just a really wonderful thing to feel. So I definitely recommend it, and I'd love to share more about our story in future videos. So just let us know if you'd be interested in hearing more about that. But I've rambled on for far too long. Let's get into this pantry tour. Here we go. All right, here we are on the top shelf. I have my coffee grinder up here, as well as whole coffee beans. These are flavored coffee beans that we grind up every once in a while. And then I have a few teas here: Earl Grey, chai, and some combination of orange and mint. I can't remember what type of tea this is exactly, but all loose leaf tea. And then I have some nuts up here as well. So I have my cashew nuts that I use for my cashew milks and like sour cream. And then I have some peanuts, which I use for my peanut butter. I also love snacking on these as well. I then have some pumpkin seeds, popcorn, and mango, and what are those? Those are raisins there. So those are my sweet treats up here. Behind these jars I have some whole nuts. So I have almonds and walnuts, and it looks like a couple hazelnuts down at the bottom of that jar there as well. So that's what's behind there. And then moving on to the next shelf down, I have a couple types of pasta here, so penne and macaroni, and then I also have my long grain rice, and all of these are whole grain. It's much better for you. And then I have some quinoa, and then next to that are chia seeds. And then I have whole flax seeds. So I have my ground flax seeds in the refrigerator. So once I run out of those, I'll grind these up with my coffee grinder up there. And then I have some red lentils. I love using red lentils for my vegan sloppy joe mix. If you haven't tried that, definitely check it out. And then I have garbanzo beans. Obviously I use it for hummus, but I also love using it for vegan tuna fish sandwiches as well. I have black beans here. Some Amy's vegan chili whenever I'm in a pinch and I need to make a meal really quick. And then refried beans and a bunch of tomato sauce for chilies and stuff, and then some enchilada sauce. And then moving to the next shelf down, I have some rice vinegar. Behind there is just some extra balsamic vinegar, and then apple cider vinegar, and then behind that is my red wine vinegar. And then I have this cute jar full of my balsamic vinegar that I'm pulling from on a regular basis. And then I just got some more olive oil here from the bulk store. Behind that, I do have some vegetable oil in a plastic jar. Generally, when I can't find something in bulk, I'll just buy the largest size in the plastic bottle, or I'll try and purchase it in a glass bottle like I did with my coconut oil. But my store does have both of these things in bulk, so going forward, I'll be able to purchase these in bulk. I also have some sesame oil. Behind there I have sriracha. I got this a while ago, and next time I need something like this, I'll get it in a glass jar. And then I have a couple containers of nutritional yeast here, and then next to that are my spices. And basically I have just my extras of my spices, so whenever I go to the bulk store, I generally wind up purchasing way more than I need for these tiny little jars, so this is where my extra spices hang out. And then moving down to the next shelf, I have my breakfast meals, some of them. I have some cereal. We moved recently, and so I did wind up buying a packaged cereal, but it's really good. But once we run out of that, we'll just stick to our bulk granola cereal. So then I have oats here as well, and of course my granola, and then I have some leftover Rice Krispies. We made some vegan Rice Krispies treats, so there they are. And then in these 3 jars, these adorable jars, I love them, I have flour, cane sugar, and brown sugar. And then next to that I have more of my baking goods. So I have baking soda here. I have a large amount of baking soda because I use it in my cleaning solutions as well, so cleaning the house as well as for baking. And then some cornstarch, which we rarely use, and some cocoa powder and baking powder. And what is this? This is powdered sugar. We rarely use that. And then behind these, I just have extra. So extra sugar, extra cocoa powder, extra brown sugar back there. And then I have some vanilla there. And I just discovered that my store has bulk vanilla, not the imitation kind, but pure vanilla. So once I run out of the imitation vanilla, I'll be using pure vanilla extract going forward. which is great. I also want to note that most of my jars that I have in my pantry are hand-me-downs. So they all came from my great-grandmother and great-great-grandmother from when they were canning, and so they're all really old jars that my grandparents held on to, and then my dad gave them to me because they're moving soon as well. So yeah, I have some really old jars. In fact, this basil jar that I have here, I think, where does it say it? I don't know if you can see on the bottom of this jar, but this jar is from 1879, so it's really neat. We have some really cool jars with a lot of family history associated with them. So anyway, yeah, it's really neat to have some hand-me-downs from my great-great-grandparents. And then the last shelf in my pantry just has some cookbooks. I definitely recommend the Simply Vegan cookbook. It has a lot of great recipes that utilize similar ingredients. So if you generally have the same ingredients in your pantry or in your fridge from week to week, it's great. This book is great for that. And then next to that, I have my golden potatoes and my garlic and ginger there. And then it's not really food going forward, but in this container I have my reusable napkins. Looks like my nut milk bag is in here as well. And then I also have my rags that I use to wipe up messes in the kitchen and around the house. We do actually have paper towels, and unfortunately when we went to the store, the only paper towels they had last time were in plastic, but we use that for things that we don't necessarily want to use rags on. But yeah, so we have paper towels, but we rarely use them. And then the last two items in here are just a couple of vases, and then I do have a package of foil as well. But we really only use our Pyrex containers for leftovers nowadays. We don't really need foil, so we've actually had that now for a few years and it's pretty much full still, so I'm probably just gonna donate it. But anyway, that is our pantry. Well, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a like. It really helps support me and my channel. And also, if you'd like to see more videos like this, please remember to subscribe and hit that little bell notification. Thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to hear what you have to say about this video in the comments below, and we'll see you next week. Bye.